right, welcome once more. If you can hear me, go yippee! Woohoo! You're having a good time, say yeah. Yeah, me too. Well, thanks again for being here today. We just finished an amazing first panel here in the main hall at the Pomeroy Center, and we are about to begin our second panel on housing hopes. Housing hopes. Here we have housing is deeply connected to independence and safety and identity and quality of life. And in this session, we have Katie, Andrew, and Teali, who will share their lived experiences with housing, including challenges, transitions, hopes, and dreams for the future. And their stories will help us better understand why accessible, affordable, and person-centered housing matters. Let's give it up for our panelists. Yee-hee. Yeah. So before we get started with some of our questions, I just want to give the panelists an opportunity to introduce themselves and say any introductory words if they wish to. Maybe your names, your pronouns, and how you're feeling today.
Katie.
Want to bring the mic a little bit.
Katie. Yeah. I'm Teali. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. My name's Andrew. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm excited to be here also.
All right, thanks for introducing yourself. And Teali, you can actually hold on to that mic. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I'm wondering, can you share a little about your housing experience and where you have lived?
Well, I started off actually at a locked facility in LA to living in the wonderful Vacaville. And now I'm in Vacaville, California, and I love it. I didn't love living in a locked facility at all. It was miserable. But I'm happy now in Vacaville, California.
Yeah, thanks for sharing a little bit more about your experience, and I'm grateful to hear about where you're at now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and I'm hearing that you're happy there.
I'm so much more happier. I'm free of being locked up. I feel like it's a great experience, and I love being able to live the life that I want to live.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
What are some of the things that bring happiness to you in your new housing?
Doing art. I love doing art, and I love exercise. I go to the gym and work. I have a job, so I work with a Lyft, and I love being an advocacy trainer. So I'm really excited to be free and make my own choices.
Give it up for Teali. Thanks for your share. My next question is for Katie. Katie, what are some hard things that you have gone through with housing?
Well, I was born in LA in La Mirada, and I use a walker, and I wear braces on my feet to help me walk, and I had hives, like I had some itchiness. I was living with my sister in Larkspur, and this came out of nowhere. So I just had hives, which I don't even know why I had it when I was living with my sister. But now, since I live at the Novato in on 2nd Street, I still had hives because so when I lived in Novato on 2nd Street, I didn't have hives the first time, and then when I took my birth control pills, that's when I didn't know it was going to be allergic reaction. So I started to have hives, like really bad hives, where I had to go to the emergency room. And they gave me allergy meds for it. So hopefully I don't have hives.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Katie. Am I hearing you say that different places that you've lived, you've had this like hive experience, and that's one of the challenges that you've faced? And was that one of the reasons why you had to move? Was that one of the reasons why you had to move?
No, the reason we moved is because our lease went up in Lexford.
How are you feeling where you live now?
I kind of like it. I'm walking around Novato. I like Novato, downtown Novato, because the shopping and stuff and the restaurants. And I'm at 2 day programs, one called Alchemia, and then the other one called Cedars Fine Arts Studios. And I go to Cedars Fine Arts Studios on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Alchemia Wednesdays, Fridays, and Mondays.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Katie, and sharing a little bit more about your life. Yeah, you did. I'm wondering, Andrew, can I ask you a quick question? Would you be willing to share a little bit about your housing experience or anything that wants to be shared since Teali and Katie got to share?
Yeah, sure. I lived with my peers my whole life. It's been really great. I'm now in the process of going through Ability Path for their independent housing that they have set up in San Bruno. And I was actually one of the first ones to apply for it.
Wow. Thanks for sharing. Congratulations. If anybody wanted to do that, what you're doing, would you have any advice for them?
I'd say just go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and try it out. Give it a chance. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Andrew. Our next question is for Teali. How has your housing situation affected your daily life or well-being?
I feel like it's made me better. I'm at peace with myself, and I'm able to live the life I want to live. It's makes me feel wholesome again, and I love it. Like, I think housing, it's nice when you're supported.
Absolutely. Yeah, that support is so important.
Yes.
Yeah. And when I hear you speaking about the different things that you get to experience in this new housing, I can imagine and understand why that would bring so much joy.
Yeah,
to you.
it brings a lot of joy.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
See?
My next question is for Katie. Katie, I'm wondering, have you ever had to speak up for yourself about housing or the support around housing? What was it like to have to speak up for yourself?
It was good. I can't really say anything more to say.
Would you be willing to share a little bit more about a time you had to speak up for yourself when it came to housing?
Huh?
Would you be willing to share a little bit more about what it like to speak up around housing? Housing, the time you had to speak up for yourself?
Sure. It was okay, I guess.
Would you say that you asked for support from folks around?
I did.
Yeah, like from the staff?
Yeah.
Are there any other people in your circle of support who you call in when you're needing support around this kind of stuff?
I used to have a staff member. Her name was Abby, and I would ask. My sister would say to me when we were living together. She would always say, "Do you need you should get more staffing?" So I asked one of my people, who her name is she works for a Lighthouse to say I need more staffing. So I got it. I got the staff that I wanted. And so it's been really, really nice to have her. And like we've been going out on walks, and we've been going out to the like to get salads from Trader Joe's for lunches and stuff. And then when I was living with my sister, she would always be out with her friends, and I would be all alone at the house. And that felt kind of frustrating, because she would be out of the house for a long time. She would sometimes come at night, and I would be spending the night by myself with my cats. And I think that was kind of hard, but mostly it was kind of fun being alone, but kind of scary. So, yeah.
Thanks so much, Katie, for sharing. I'm learning through what you're saying that part of support in housing is asking for like more support staff to maybe do things with us and alongside us. Go shopping at Trader Joe's, they get a salad, going for a walk, or doing other activities. Yeah, thanks for sharing that with us. Yeah, how often do you get to be out with your support staff?
Okay, since I'm living now in Nevada, I moved from so I moved. Can I detail them about the incident that I had in myself? Oh, yes. I got to be with her on Sundays and Mondays, and that was really, really great to have her. I just loved her so much. Now, since I live in Nevada, I moved to Nevada. I have I don't have her anymore because she works at the Lighthouse, and I don't think she would work at Cedars. And so I have staff 24/7, and I don't have to take when I live at Cedars, I don't have to take Marine access anymore to my doctor's appointments. I have this Cedars thing called Marine Health Services, and they bring me to my appointments and whoever doctor's appointments I have, and like I really like my support staffs that lives with me.
Thanks for sharing, Katie. I'm also learning that there's just support that can be helpful around like getting place to place, going to doctor's appointments, having transportation. So I'm grateful that that's something that you currently have where you live. Thank you so much. Yeah. My next question is for Teali. That be okay? Yeah. What do you wish other people understood about housing?
That you need a lot of patience to get into housing. Patience is key to going through life, I feel like. But with housing, you need to be extra patient. Not everyone gets in right away. And again, just be patient with yourself and be patient with the regional center. They're trying their hardest to get you into housing. So just continue on your journey, be patient, and then maybe, you'll get into the right housing. So, yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Teali.
You're welcome.
Can I ask a follow-up?
Yes.
What's one thing a person could do like in this moment to feel a little bit more patient? Or what's something that would help you to be a little bit more patient?
Art, color, journal, anything to pass the time between when they say you're going to get your housing until when you can actually get in. So it's just a lot of patience has really helped me get through whatever I needed to get through. And you can't rush a process. So you got to be patient, and eventually housing will open up. and you'll get into good housing. So
Thanks. I'm hearing a lot of patience, and I'm also hearing a lot of hope.
hope.
Like the
Yes.
hope for the dreams
You
that people
hope.
have.
Yes.
Yeah, it's making me think of our dream board back there.
Yes.
Maybe if people have housing dreams, they can put it on the dream board back there
Yes.
as part of that art practice.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks
Yeah.
for that example. I
You're
appreciate that.
welcome.
I'm sure they'll be helpful for someone in the room.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. My next question is for Andrew. Andrew, I'm curious, what makes a place feel safe, comfortable, or supportive to you?
Nothing talking about.
Yeah.
Listening to she not late.
Being supported by your housing mates, but wanting to be there and stay there for a long time, feeling comfortable with your housemates and staff, and dreading it. You should feel safe at your own home. You should want to be there.
Thanks for saying those out loud. Yeah. Yeah. From that list, are there some that feel really important right now or today?
Being supported by my housing mates.
Being supported by your housemates. Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah.
What's something your housemates could do to help you feel supported? What could they say or do or ask?
By telling me I got this.
That again?
By telling me I got this.
Tell you that you got this. Yeah, let's all say that together. You got this. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. And thanks for sharing a couple things that would help you feel safe and supported. I have one more question for you. What are your hopes for your housing future? What are your hopes for your housing future?
Still out of my other shit.
To be in a great community, to be close to public transit, and be close to grocery shopping locations.
So being close to shopping areas, having public transit access. And what was the first one?
And being in a great community.
Being in a great community. All right. Thanks for sharing some of your hopes and dreams. You want to share a little bit more about those with us? Any plans you have?
Being close to public transit is a real key housing future hope of mine, because I'm a really big fan of taking public transit, and I really like taking it wherever I need to go.
Thank you, Andrew. What are some of your favorite places to go on public transit?
The malls.
Thank you. Well, my next question is for Teali. Yeah. Teali, what advice would you give someone struggling to find desired housing or go through housing transitions?
I mean, I can't stress patience enough. I feel like don't give up hope too. Because again, it's a process. And if you don't have patience, then be patient with the process. And going through transition is not easy for anyone. Transition is hard, I think, at first, and then it gets easy. Just be patient.
Being patient. I heard you say something important, which is that change is happening and change can be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you be willing to share maybe some of the people in your life when you were going through housing transitions that were supportive to you?
So when I was moving from LA to Vacaville, that was really hard for me. I didn't know where I was going. I had no idea that I was going to be in Vacaville. So to make this place my home at first, I was like, oh, I'm going to go home. I thought at some point I was going to be maybe back in Petaluma. And then, it didn't happen. And I was like, what's going on? I started freaking out about that. I got mad at my mom. I wanted to be home. But home is, I think, a state of mind. It took me getting comfortable in Vacaville to really have a home and plant my roots and get comfortable there. And that's my home now. I don't want to go back home. So yeah, that's kind of.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm hearing and learning what home means to you.
Yes.
Right, which you said is a state of mind where you get
Yes.
to plant your roots and feel comfortable and
Yes.
grounded and have that peace.
Yeah. I think home is in our hearts.
Home is in our heart.
It is. And I think that, I have a lot of different homes as well. So for me to call one place home, it's not fair. I've got 3 homes, and I've got, a community of support that support me. And my home is in my heart, and Vacaville is my home.
Your heart is in
My
Vacaville.
heart is in Vacaville, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, I'm inspired by your share. Just to ask the other panelists, maybe Katie, what does home mean to you personally? What does the word home mean to you personally? If you want to answer, no pressure.
Home is just being there and supporting with staff and clients, and it's
Thanks for that share. I appreciate hearing more what that word means to you. Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
No.
not that I know of.
Okay, yeah, let's pass the mic over to Andrew. I'm curious, Andrew, what does the word home mean to you personally?
Being in a safe place.
Being in a safe place. Yeah, I really appreciate that we all get to think about what this word means to us. And it can mean different things, and that's okay. And I'm also learning from each one of your definitions a new version or iteration of what home can mean, and I really do appreciate that. Andrew, I have one more question for you. What changes would you like to see to make housing easier or better for people?
Being closer to public transit without having the need to drive a car to get places.
Yeah, coming back to public transportation. What if someone doesn't really know how to use the public transportation or like the apps or anything like, what are some tips you would give them so they could learn better about public transportation?
They could call up the customer service centers.
Say that one more time.
They could call up the customer service centers.
Call the customer service centers. There's a phone number they can call.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you called those before?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It's actually really peaceful
Really peaceful? Yeah.
and really helpful.
And helpful. Are there any other resources that people can use for public transportation?
They can use the internet.
The internet? Nice. Like any apps?
Yeah.
Maps, maybe like Google Maps or Waze or other things like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Thanks for confirming that. Okay. Well, I have a question for all of our panelists here. And you're welcome to answer or pass. And since you have the mic, Andrew, I'll ask you first. What has helped you during difficult housing situations or changes? What has helped you during difficult housing situations or changes?
I think I have it. I think I have you.
I don't think I have any.
It's okay. Yeah. Thanks for the honesty.
As I've said before, change is hard for anyone. So when housing changes, you really have to learn to go with the flow and let go of what you can't control. I feel like going with the flow is the best you can do for the housing situation. Like, you can't control everything.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. What about you, Katie?
What?
What has helped you during difficult housing situations or changes?
What's helped me? This whole housing situation.
Just by moving from house to house.
Moving from house to house. Is there something that maybe you told yourself during those moves? Any words of affirmation?
That you are doing great at moving, and I know it's hard to move, and you'd rather be in the same place that you are. And it was kind of just hard living with my sister.
Yeah, thanks so much for taking a moment to think about that and share with us. I'm hearing you give a lot of words of like self-compassion to yourself during those moments of transition. Thank you. I felt my heart like burst a little bit more warmer hearing those words that you just said and the words that we all just said in this panel. So thank you.
Yep.
I'm curious, do you all have any questions for each other? You got to listen to each other's stories and journeys. Do you have any questions for each other?
Not that I know of.
That you know of? Okay. Well, is it okay if we bring the audience in? Amazing. If you're in the audience, say woohoo! All right, I'm going to come down here to you all. And I'm curious if anyone here wants to share a little bit about your housing experience. Yeah? I'll come over to you.
Yeah, my group home housing. I get to do my laundry. I get to do the bathrooms, my own laundry. I do the kitchen. I do the vacuuming on Fridays, and I love it. And I enjoy it. I'm not being pampered anymore because when I used to live with Leonella, she would do stuff for me.
Thanks for sharing. I appreciate learning more about your day-to-day experience. Would anyone else in the audience like to share a little bit about your housing? Something that you, yeah? JJ? Yeah, come on up.
The housing that I live with is pretty good, and I live to leave of California with, and they been a great home to me. Thanks to Tiffany for help. That
It up for JJ and Garrett for sharing as part of our audience. I'm curious if anyone's willing to share, what are some housing challenges that people face in our community? What are some challenges that people might face in our community? Would anyone like to share any of your thoughts or opinions or experience? I know that can be a big question. Or maybe some challenges in the lives of the person that you care for and that you love. Okay. Going once, going twice. How about this one? How about what type of housing options do you wish existed more? Do you have any housing dreams or hopes? What types of housing options do you wish existed more where you are? Is there something that could be better? Anyone want to share? How about our panelists? What do you think? Is there anything that could make your housing options, any housing options you wish existed more of? It could be where you live or where you want to live. Ask a follow-up. Is there one thing that could change where you currently live that would make it a little bit better?
Not that I know of.
Sounds like you live in a pretty amazing place. Awesome. Mind passing the mic over to Teali? Anything you want to add?
I actually wish there was more housing in like the Santa Rosa area. I wish I could take my house and move it closer to Santa Rosa. Or I wish I could take it and move it close to Auburn. I wish it was in other places. Like not just, yeah, it's in Vacaville. But I mean, I just wish I could take my housing with me everywhere. Like, or it could be closer to family or, you know. But I know I don't think there is such a thing. So I've become okay with that and I like where I'm at. So
Thanks for sharing, Teali. I hear you practicing a lot of acceptance around your current housing and a lot of gratitude around your
Yes.
current housing.
yes.
And I'm also learning that you would wish that there could be more of this.
I do. I do. I wish.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. I wish it was everywhere, but I know it's not, and I'm very grateful for the housing I'm in, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So it's really important to like or love where you live. I feel like, yeah.
I agree 100%. And I also am holding this hope and dream with you for there to be more in the
Yeah.
future.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, of course. You want to add anything, Andrew? Any housing options that you wish existed more?
Being able to live close to my grandparents who live in Winter Park.
Yeah, live closer to your grandparents.
Yeah.
That sounds really important. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Anything else you want to add to that? Okay. Would it be okay if we ask the audience to ask you some questions? Would you be open to receive some audience questions? Do we have any questions from the audience? Do you have any questions for our panelists on what you heard them share about housing, housing hopes?
Good morning. Jay.
Yes.
Hi, thanks for presenting. So I'm wondering about your confidence in. So my issue is that I'm concerned if my daughter were living outside of our house, that she may not be able to keep track of her medications, doctor's appointments, and things like that. So how did how do you guys manage that if you need to take medicine every day and doctor's appointments here and there and arranging doctor's appointments? How did you manage that in the place where you live?
Well, it's all supported in my house. They take me to appointments that I need to go to. If I want to go to an outing, someone is willing to take me, or we don't have to really rely on my parents as much. I don't live with my parents at all. I live in a separate housing unit. And I think it's more beneficial to have the support from staff than actually having to rely on your parents, because eventually that can ruin relationships. But getting into housing, is your daughter in housing or no? Oh, okay. Because once you get into housing, like where I am, I have everything. Like I have a day program. I take my medicine every day. I get therapy. I get a psychiatrist. So I have a lot of support within the house. So that's what I like, is that I can go on outings if I want to go out, or I can stay home and be in bed, or just, I can do what I want to do. It's just, again, like it's really important that you find a house that she will connect with. And that, I have housemates too. So, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Teali.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm learning that you have a lot of choices where you live and choices that you enjoy, and also that you have some support systems to do some of those things like the medicine, the medication,
Yes.
and all those other things.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of support. Once she gets into housing, it's much easier. You won't
Yeah.
have to stress, I don't think, because my parents love my housing. So, yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Teali.
You're welcome.
Andrew or Katie, do you want to answer the question? Yeah.
Is there something to do with like medicine stuff?
Yeah, I think the question, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the question is, how do you make sure when a person goes to housing that they have all the different support that they need, like taking medication, and or some of the other examples? Doctor's appointments, anything around doctor's appointments or medication. How do you make sure that you get to the things that you need to get to, and that you do what you need to do? How do you make sure that you get all of that done?
So at first when I was living with my sister in Larkspur, I would take Marine Access to and from my doctor's appointments, and it was so hard because whenever my doctor's appointments, like say I have a doctor's appointment at 1:30, and they will get me there early, and I would have to wait for my doctor's appointment to begin, and then after my doctor's appointment I would have to wait again for Marine Access. But now, since I moved to Cedars, I have that. I have all support. I have my staff that manages my meds, and then I take them every day. And then I have the Marine Health Services that take me to my appointments not every day, but when I have appointments.
Thanks for sharing, Katie. I'm continuing to hear from you and learn from you that there are different people who support you with these different important things in your life. And that Cedar sounds like it's been a really great place to live since moving there. So thanks for sharing a little bit
Yeah.
more.
And I'm really grateful for that too.
Thanks for adding that. I think we're coming to the end of our panel here. So I'm wondering, do you have any closing remarks? Any last things you want to say before we end the session?
I want to tell the people who know that I'm having trouble hearing in 1 ear. I actually was born with hearing. Like with hearing, I was paralyzed from head to toe. And then I was hearing like really, really good. But at the age of 5, that's when I lost my hearing out of my right ear. So I really, really appreciate that when you sit in my right ear, I can't hear you because I'm totally deaf. But when you sit on my my left side, I could hear you fine.
Thanks for adding that, Katie, and letting us know how we can be with you in ways that feel good to you. So thank you. Appreciating you. Pass the mic over to Teali. Any closing remarks?
Just don't give up hope. You're welcome.
Same here. Don't give up hope and know that you always strive to succeed.
So much more. I wanted to give a big thank you to our panelists for sharing such personal and powerful experiences. Housing is not just about buildings. It's about, as we learned today, it's about dignity and safety, belonging and choice. And one of the key themes of the symposium is self-determination and having meaningful choices about where we and how we live, which is a huge part of our life and what's important to us. So thank you so much. Let's give it up for our panelists. Woohoo! Yay! Thank you. I really appreciate you. Lots of love to all of you. Yeah.